Have you ever looked around your home and felt overwhelmed not just by the sheer amount of stuff, but by the memories and emotions each piece evokes? Today, we're diving into a topic that touches the heart and homes of many, especially as we age. Why is decluttering not just a simple spring cleaning, but a profound emotional journey for seniors? What does it reveal about our lives and perhaps about letting go? Stay with me as we explore 5 harsh truths about decluttering for seniors that could truly transform your space and your life. Decluttering in our senior years is often mistaken for a mere physical activity, a way to tidy up or downsize, but it's so much more profound than that. It's about confronting the weight of the past, the chapters of life we've written through the things we've gathered. Each object tells a story, holds a memory, or represents a part of our identity that's hard to let go. But as difficult as it may be, understanding this process can be incredibly liberating and transformative. Are you ready to uncover these truths and see how they might help you embrace a lighter, more purposeful future? Let's delve in and discover how decluttering can open new doors to your life's next chapters. Truth. 1. Decluttering is more than just cleaning out. It's a reckoning with the past. As we begin to peel back the layers of belongings accumulated over a lifetime, each item we touch isn't just a physical object. It's a portal to a past era, laden with emotions and stories. When seniors decide to declutter, they are not merely sorting out things. They are sorting through life chapters, some closed long ago, yet preserved in these material remnants. This process can feel like a psychological reckoning, a need to confront and reconcile with what was once vital but may no longer serve a purpose. Imagine the books that line your shelves. Each one may remind you of a time in your life, the person you were when you first turned its pages. Or consider the tools in the garage, each telling tales of projects undertaken, challenges faced, and a sense of accomplishment now past. Decluttering these items forces you to face the reality that you are no longer the person who needed them. It's a tough realization, but also a necessary one for making peace with the present and making room for the future. This reckoning often brings seniors face to face with their younger selves and the passage of time. It's about acknowledging that while these belongings once had their place, the time comes when their significance changes. The emotional weight of deciding what stays and what goes is profound. How do you choose what represents your past but still allows you to move forward? It's about finding a balance between reverence for the past and the practicalities of the present. As you engage in this process, consider the emotional responses that arise. Do you feel a sense of loss, or perhaps a newfound freedom? It's not uncommon to experience a wide range of emotions, from sadness and grief to relief and liberation. Recognizing these feelings as a natural part of the decluttering journey is crucial. It allows you to understand that decluttering is not just an act of sorting and discarding, but also an act of honoring your life's journey. This part of decluttering can be the most challenging yet the most cathartic. It requires you to be honest with yourself about what truly matters now. What are the things that still speak to your heart? What are the items that feel like they belong to someone you no longer are? Making these decisions isn't just practical, it's deeply personal. But remember, every item you decide to part with is not a loss, but an opening, a space created for new experiences and memories. And so I ask you, as you look around at the items that fill your home, what are the stories they tell? Are they stories that you wish to carry forward into your next chapter, or is it time to let them go and make room for new narratives? This process of decluttering, challenging as it may be, is also a gateway to a lighter, more agile way of living. It's about making your environment a reflection of who you are now, not just who you once were. Truth. 2. Letting go of items means letting go of past identities. The second harsh truth about decluttering for seniors is perhaps the most introspective. Each item you consider removing is not just a piece of clutter, but a piece of your identity. This truth delves into the deep emotional ties that link seniors to their possessions, often symbolizing their roles, achievements, and the periods of life they have transcended. For many, the items gathered over the years are not merely objects, but embodiments of their past roles. Whether these roles were as professionals, parents, hobbyists, or adventurers, each object holds a fragment of that time. For instance, a stack of old business suits isn't just fabric gathering dust. It's a reminder of a career filled with challenges and triumphs. The decision to let go of these items can feel like a final farewell to parts of your identity that were once defining but might no longer be relevant. This part of decluttering challenges you to reflect. Are you holding on to a professional persona with boxes of old work materials even though you've retired? Are there hobbies you no longer pursue but keep the gear out of a sense of nostalgia or the hope of returning to them one day? Letting go can feel like losing a part of yourself, but it's also a step towards acknowledging who you are in the present. It is essential to recognize that letting go of these objects does not erase the experiences or the skills you've gained. You are not your possessions. You are the experiences you've lived and the lessons you've learned. This distinction is crucial in helping reduce the emotional weight of each item. By shifting focus from what you are parting with to who you have become, decluttering can transform into an empowering act of self-affirmation rather than a loss. Engage with these feelings as you declutter. Ask yourself, does this item reflect who I am now or who I was? If it's the latter, consider whether it serves your current identity or is merely holding space for the past. This can be a profound moment of realization and acceptance that while the roles we once played were significant, they do not bind our future. Encourage yourself to embrace the changes. Each item let go is an acknowledgement of personal growth and evolution. It's an acceptance that life moves forward, and so can you. This process is not about discarding your past, but about making room for your present and future self to flourish. This realization can liberate you from the chains of accumulated possessions that no longer serve you. It's about creating a living space that reflects your current identity and supports your current needs. As you let go, you might find that what you gain is far greater than what you give up. More space, less stress, and an environment that breathes ease and inspiration into your daily life. Let's pause here and reflect. How does the idea of shedding past identities to make room for who you are now resonate with you? As you consider this, we prepare to delve into the next truth, which deals with the emotional battles of guilt and regret in decluttering. Truth 3. The fear of regret and guilt can be paralyzing. The third harsh truth about decluttering for seniors involves the complex emotions of guilt and the fear of future regret, which can be paralyzing. This part of the decluttering process often brings seniors face to face with the toughest emotional challenges, letting go of items that carry significant emotional weight due to the memories and relationships they represent. When you pick up an old photograph, a piece of jewelry, or a book given by a loved one, it's not just an object in your hands. It's a reservoir of past emotions, a physical manifestation of a cherished relationship or a treasured moment. The thought of parting with these items can trigger a profound sense of guilt, akin to betraying the memory of a person or the significance of past experiences. How can you discard something that feels like a piece of your personal history? This guilt is compounded by the fear of regret. What if you need these items in the future? What if their absence creates a void too large to fill? Such questions make decluttering not just a physical task, but a mental battleground. Here, it is crucial to recognize that while objects can evoke memories, they do not encapsulate them. Your memories and the emotions associated with them reside within you, not within the physical objects themselves. To navigate through this, start by acknowledging these emotions as valid and understand that it's normal to feel this way. Transitioning from recognizing to acting is a step forward. One approach is to allow yourself a moment with each significant item. Reminisce, acknowledge the memory or the person it represents, and then make a conscious decision. If the item still serves a purpose, either emotionally or functionally, it may have a place in your life. If not, it might be time to let it go. Consider the freedom that comes with releasing items that no longer serve you. Each object you choose to part with can be seen as an opportunity to unburden yourself from the past, allowing you to live more fully in the present. This can be a liberating process, one that shifts the focus from what you are losing to what you are gaining: clarity, space, and peace. Moreover, overcoming the guilt associated with discarding items can be achieved by redefining what it means to respect these belongings. Respect can also mean allowing someone else to find joy or utility in them. Donating items to those in need, or passing them on to someone who appreciates them, can transform feelings of guilt into actions of generosity. Finally, embrace the idea that letting go is not an act of forgetting, but an act of gratitude for the role these items have played in your life. By decluttering, you are not erasing history. You are choosing to honor it in a way that benefits your current life situation. As we ponder these thoughts, take a moment to reflect. What would letting go mean for you? Could it possibly mean less weight to carry and more freedom to enjoy? Truth 4. Your belongings may not be wanted by the next generation. One of the more poignant truths about decluttering for seniors is the realization that the belongings they've cherished and hope to pass down might not be desired by the next generation. This truth addresses the generational divide in values and the emotional impact that comes when seniors face the indifference or outright refusal of younger family members to inherit their possessions. Many seniors hold on to items with the belief that they will one day be treasured keepsakes for their children or grandchildren. However, tastes, lifestyles, and living conditions have evolved. What was once deemed valuable or essential may now be seen as cumbersome or outdated. The heavy oak dining table that anchored family gatherings for decades might be viewed as too large for today's smaller living spaces, and collections of fine china may be regarded as impractical in the more casual social norms of contemporary life. This disconnect can feel like a rejection, not just of the physical items but of the memories and history they represent. It can be deeply hurtful to realize that items you value greatly are not valued by those you love. However, it's crucial to understand that this lack of interest in physical items does not reflect a rejection of you or your love. Younger generations may express their sentimentality and connection differently, often valuing experiences over material goods. Navigating this aspect of decluttering requires open communication and understanding. It's beneficial to have honest conversations with your family about what they truly value. This can sometimes lead to surprising discoveries about what items they do feel connected to, which might not be the ones you expect. It also provides an opportunity to explain the stories and significance behind certain objects, which might increase their interest or emotional value. If certain items are declined, consider alternative ways to ensure they are appreciated or utilized. Selling, donating, or repurposing can give these objects new life elsewhere, where they can be appreciated and valued. This approach not only alleviates the burden on you and your family, but also contributes to a sense of peace, knowing these items continue to serve a purpose. This truth teaches us that letting go of expectations is as much a part of decluttering as letting go of objects. By releasing these expectations, you free yourself from potential disappointment and create space for new understandings and relationships to flourish within your family. Reflecting on this, think about the items you hold dear and consider starting these meaningful conversations within your family. What memories and values do you want to pass on, and how can they be best preserved, even if not through physical items? Truth. Find decluttering is an ongoing journey, not a one-time event. The final harsh truth about decluttering for seniors is that it is not a one-time event, but an ongoing journey. This truth is crucial for maintaining the benefits of decluttering over time. It involves recognizing that decluttering isn't just about removing things from your life. It's about adopting a new mindset towards possessions and how they fit into your life as it currently stands. Decluttering is a process that requires continual reassessment and decision-making. As you move through different phases of life, your needs and preferences will change, and so too should your environment. This means that what you decide to keep today might not be what you need tomorrow, and being open to this flux is a key component of successful decluttering. To make decluttering a sustainable practice, it's important to develop habits that prevent reaccumulation. This involves being more intentional about what you acquire in the first place. Before bringing a new item into your home, ask yourself if it truly adds value to your life or if it might just be filling a temporary void. Additionally, setting boundaries with others who may contribute to clutter, such as well-meaning family members who give gifts, can help maintain your decluttered space. Another aspect of making decluttering a part of your ongoing routine is to schedule regular checkups for your space. Just as you might see a doctor for periodic health assessments, consider setting a schedule to review different areas of your home. This can be seasonally, annually, or as often as needed to ensure that your surroundings continue to support your current lifestyle and well-being. Embracing decluttering as a continuous process also involves accepting that sometimes you will make decisions that you might regret later. And that's okay. It's part of the journey. Learning from these experiences can refine your decision-making skills over time, helping you get better at identifying what truly matters and what doesn't. Lastly, remember that decluttering is more than just a physical cleanup. It's a mental and emotional refresh. It clears out not only your physical space, but also mental space, allowing for new ideas and energies to come in. It supports a lifestyle that is less about material accumulation and more about living fully, with greater peace and satisfaction. As we bring our exploration of the harsh truths about decluttering for seniors to a close, it's clear that this process is much more than a simple act of cleaning out a space. It is a profound journey of self-discovery, emotional release, and practical adaptation to the evolving phases of life. Decluttering is not just about removing things you no longer need. It's about understanding who you are at this moment, honoring who you have been, and making room for future growth and experiences. Throughout this journey, we've seen that decluttering can be a deeply emotional process, challenging us to let go of past identities and the physical items that represent them. It confronts us with the realities of guilt, fear of regret, and the generational shifts in values that influence what will be cherished and what will be let go. Yet, with each item released, there is an opportunity to lighten not just our physical load, but our emotional and psychological burdens as well. Embrace the freedom that comes from this process. Recognize that decluttering is not an end, but a continuous path that reflects the dynamic course of life. It requires ongoing effort, a change in habits, and a commitment to live more intentionally. The spaces we create in our homes can profoundly influence our peace of mind and our ability to live our best lives, even as our needs and circumstances change. I encourage you to approach decluttering not just as a task to be completed, but as an opportunity to redefine your environment and, by extension, your life. The truths we've shared today are not just lessons in tidying up, but in embracing change and advancing with courage and clarity. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. May you find joy and renewal in the space you create around you, ensuring it supports your life's current chapter and those yet to come.